Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. Welcome to video number 1. Good morning, as we've been hit with bombshell after bombshell this morning, and I'm going to get into it and we're going to try and dive and understand what's going on. And I think there's going to be a video number 2 later on, because I'm pretty sure for the rest of the day other things are going to happen, so make sure you're here for it. And on top of it, in order to be here for it, make sure you're hitting the subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified once I have uploaded. Much appreciated. Do not forget as well, socials on screen and in the description. And in the description, check out Shootout, where you will find the reaction and the review to the Premier League weekend between me and George yesterday. And today we have a video uploading with regards to Chelsea's performance against Manchester City, and me and George going into detail on Chelsea. So make sure you're going to be there for that and enjoy. Loads of content during the international break will be dropping there too. Now, let's get cracking. Let's get cracking, because just as Chelsea look like they've put out shockwaves, and all of a sudden everyone's gone, oh, okay, Chelsea, is that you? You're doing that now? Maybe they have found something. Maybe they're about to start getting better. Maybe. All of a sudden, just as that happens, we get all of this, which I'm about to show you now. So let's get cracking. Here's latest on Chelsea and Roman Abramovich. Exclusive from The Guardian. Former Chelsea owner Roman Abramovich used offshore vehicles to fund tens of millions in football-related expenses that ought to have been paid for by the club, leaked files suggest. Experts say Chelsea could face points deduction. Now, we're going to run through all the details and then I'm going to give you my thoughts. So without further ado, let's get into the detail and what has actually gone down here and what the investigation has found, it seems. Let's get into it. Chelsea face fresh questions over how Abramovich funded the club after leaked files revealed a string of secret payments that may have breached rules. The FA confirmed they are investigating, and sanctions include a points deduction. Also have Hazard's agent reportedly wanted a sizable commission worth about £6 million. In March 2013, a company owned by Abramovich agreed to pay €7 million to a Dubai-based company related to sport. Unclear if declared to the FA. On top of this, files also suggest that Abramovich secretly bankrolled efforts to overturn the FFP rules through the courts, ultimately unsuccessfully. And beneficiaries appear to include the agent of Eden Hazard, an associate of Antonio Conte, Chelsea FC officials, and other payments appear to have been connected to the purchase of the players Willian and Samuel Eto'o. Now, on top of that, we have a joint investigation by The Guardian and international partners reveal former Chelsea owner Roman Abramovich made secret payments through offshore vehicles that may have breached strict football rules, including those on financial fair play. Experts said the transactions could lead to the Premier League imposing a deduction of points. Beneficiaries appear to include the agent of the star player Eden Hazard, an associate of the title-winning manager Antonio Conte, and Chelsea FC officials. Other payments appear to have been connected to the purchase of the players Willian and Samuel Eto'o. So that is what the latest is on Roman Abramovich, the old activity, and Chelsea Football Club. What are my thoughts? My thoughts are this. I'm waiting for that deduction, because I don't think it's going to come. I think this is all smoke and mirrors. And I think that it's funny. It's funny because, let's be honest, if everything that we've seen here is true, right? If everything is true, then it's funny that I feel like people can be naive in thinking that other football clubs don't do the exact same thing, or other owners don't do the exact same thing. Let me be completely and utterly honest. Other billionaires who become billionaires don't do it clean. Newsflash. So this is the thing with Roman Abramovich. I feel like there's a misconception. I feel like people look at Chelsea fans and go, "Oh my God, you guys think he's an absolute angel. You guys think he's the best thing since sliced bread. You guys are immoral." No. We know Roman's not clean, but no one's clean. That's the thing. No one's clean. Now, as a football owner for Wa Football Club and what he's done for Chelsea, he's been absolutely fantastic. Yeah? For the way that he's managed to take Chelsea Football Club and put it on the level that it got to. That's why we respect Roman. But to be naive enough to think that, oh no, Roman done absolutely nothing wrong. Much like we reckon Sheikh Mansour's done nothing wrong. Much like we think the Glazers have done nothing wrong. Much like we think that other owners, if we start listing all of them, bloody hell, it's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a long day. You think they're all clean? Come on. Now, what's been declared and what's been undeclared and all of this and loopholes and everything, that is part of the investigation and we will see. However, trying to say that Chelsea are going to get a points deduction, I don't think it's going to happen. Why? Because if it was going to happen, we would have already seen it happen to another club. Who is that club? Well, let's get into it. Manchester City have announced a record-breaking revenue of £712.8 million, the highest revenue ever made by an English club. They also paid out record salaries too, £422.8 million to 520 employees. That is Manchester City. 712 million. I wonder how that's happened. Let's have a look. Manchester City's absolutely massive worldwide global fan base. It's got to be that. It's got to be. Yeah, it's got to be that. It's got to be. Oh, no, wait. Man City don't have a massive, huge global fan base. Now, they've got an increasing global fan base, yes, but to try and even think it's on par with clubs like Manchester United, with Arsenal, with Chelsea, Liverpool, is bonkers. They're getting there, but they're not there yet. Let's be real. That's going to take maybe another 10 years for Man City to be fully established across the globe, which they're not at yet. It's a matter of time, though, but to be saying that they're just going to generate 712 million, just like that. Sponsorships. Now, Man City have 116 breaches of FFP, don't they? Where's their points deduction? It's not here. So this is why I think, look, this has come from The Guardian. There could be elements of truth to this whole story, 100%, in terms of payments here and there and whatnot. There was part of this story, if you go into the article, is that Chelsea paid via a company to another company owned by the owner of Anzi Mashakalawa, I don't know how to say the club's name, but Anzi in Russia, the club that Willian and Samuel Eto'o used to play for. Apparently, a few months before the transfers, Roman Abramovich and his company, based out in, if I'm not mistaken, based out in Dubai, sent payments to that company owned by the owner of Anzi, right? Months before Willian and Eto'o went to Chelsea. Now, the article is trying to put two and two together and make it look like that was completely related to the transfers of Willian and Eto'o to basically assure those transfers to Chelsea Football Club. Well, if that's the case, let's just play devil's advocate. If that is the case, right, and those payments were made just to get a gentleman's agreement to make sure that Anzi send Willian and Eto'o to Chelsea that summer, why is it that Willian had a medical at Tottenham? Why is it that there was a alleged deal agreed with Spurs? Because if there was a gentleman's agreement and that's all done months in advance, surely Anzi would have gone to Tottenham, nah, we're not interested. And then Chelsea would have come in and gone, oh, we are interested. We are. Chelsea, you want to buy this player? Absolutely no problem. You know? And then we ended up buying him, I think, for the region of about 30 million. So why did he have that medical at Tottenham? Because he did. Willian had a medical at Spurs. And then Chelsea swooped in. But if a gentleman's agreement was done in advance, why go through all the hassle? Doesn't add up. But anyway, this is why, look, I look at this story and I think, points deduction, put your money where your mouth is. Because I'll be waiting. I don't think it's coming. And if it does come, I'll be waiting for Manchester City to get their points deducted for 116 breaches of financial fair play, right? Shall we? Which is not going to happen. And look, even in terms of Manchester City, when you dig into the detail, when you look at some of the charges, right, I got to be honest, I think Man City are not clean, but some of the charges of the 116 do look pretty ridiculous. You know, I think there's one charge relating to the grass. Like the way that the grass, I'm like, what? It doesn't add up. This is getting ridiculous. Anyway, look, I think it's all smoke and mirrors, and I don't think we're going to see a thing. I think this is a story put out of just clicks, just news, spotlight, attention, and I'll be waiting for the fine, and I'll be waiting for the points deduction. I'll be here. We will be here. We're not going anywhere. Let me know your thoughts down below. Now, let's move elsewhere before we wrap up the video. Let's look at the decline at Old Trafford. Right? Again, we're talking about owners that aren't very clean. It's funny, the Glazers have that much money, but they're not willing to put it into Manchester United. However, they're making the money somewhere, aren't they? Well, let's look at Old Trafford. 18 years of underinvestment under the Glazers. Rust, leaks, and car park tents. Damning hygiene report demanded urgent change. Why if, and that's a big if, the £250 million is aimed purely at Old Trafford, it's nowhere near enough. This is pretty damning. And Cristiano Ronaldo did pinpoint this in his interview with Piers Morgan, if you remember, saying that Old Trafford, that Manchester United, the facilities are shocking. And you hear fans, and I've heard Man United fans go to Old Trafford and tell me that it's just a joke. You know, there are leaks, roofs are broken, the toilets are horrible. I mean, it's pretty grim. And we're talking about Old Trafford here. The theatre of dreams. Apparently, it's the theatre of nightmares, mate. Apparently, you go there, you come back home, you have a nightmare when you go to bed later that day, even if Man United have won a game, because the facilities are just shocking. So, unbelievable scenes at Old Trafford. And this investment from Jim Ratcliffe, maybe they're going to use that money instead to fix Old Trafford. Who knows? Anyway, let's see what's going to happen. Now, let's move to transfer news before we wrap up. And then video number 2 later on, I'll give you more of my thoughts on the latest elsewhere. It's starting off with Victor Osman. Victor Osman is said to be open to a move to Chelsea, but the Premier League will have to wait until next summer. I don't understand why this says, but the Premier League will have to wait until next summer. Chelsea will have to wait until next summer. We will be here. We will wait. Not a problem. That's Victor Osimhen, and I do think that it seems like it's all pointing that direction. Chelsea will be making a move for Victor, but it's looking like it will be summer. Now, there is a bit of news that apparently Chelsea could be looking to pursue a January pre-contract agreement with Victor Osimhen in order to facilitate not having anyone come in for him in the summer. Get a agreement done in advance, a pre-contract done, agreement is there, so then when the summer comes, we've got no one interfering, we go straight to Napoli, here's the deal, thank you very much, let's get this over and done with, without any interference. Let's see if that's going to happen in January, and if that does, that could be a big game changer. Anyway, let's see. Now, Chelsea had eyes on other players before going and getting Cole Palmer. Who was it? Let's get into it. Chelsea had Nico Williams in their list during the summer. The priority was Cole Palmer. Chelsea secretly considered Williams when Chelsea didn't have the green light from Manchester City. Chelsea then signed Palmer. That's from Fabrizio Romano. And can confirm he's still an option. That's come from Darko. Darko obviously quote tweeting his news from August 28th, where he did say that Nico Williams and Marcus Edwards, but Nico Williams was being looked at by Chelsea, and he's got it spot on. Fabrizio has come out and confirmed that today. So this is what I was saying yesterday. Darko, when it comes to Chelsea specifically, do follow him on Twitter, because you'll get very, very good information as it does come out. Now, that's Nico Williams. I'm glad we didn't, and I'm glad we got Cole Palmer, because look at Cole Palmer now. He's absolutely exploding, and I think we found an absolute gem. We might have actually reversed our fortunes on letting Kevin De Bruyne go. Maybe. You know, what goes around comes around, Man City. You got KDB from us and used him for years, and it was fantastic. And now we took Cole Palmer, and who knows? Maybe we're going to do exactly the same. So we'll wait and see. Now, talking about one player that has really stepped up to the plate. Let's see what he's had to say. Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher on a deal expiring in June 2025, saying, I'm sure that will get sorted out. Everyone knows Chelsea is my club and I love playing for them. Our fans are brilliant and I'm loving it right now. I'm sure it will get itself sorted out. And on top of that, he has spoken and said the manager understands that it is Chelsea. It's an English club and you have to be English speaking. So I think that is a big factor in choosing who wears the armband. He was asked about being captain. I've got nothing but good things to say about Conor Gallagher, man. And look, fair play. I've done my fair share of critique. I have criticised him on here. I've been demanding more from him. I've been wanting to see more from him. And he has delivered. And I couldn't be happier. Like I said before, I don't want to make too many comparisons, but the arc that we've seen from Gallagher and the transformation and the step up, and when you look at, and he spoke about this, Chelsea going in for Enzo and Caicedo and Lavia got Gallagher, admittedly, to step up and go, I need to prove that I'm good enough to play here. And he's done exactly that. Some would argue he's ahead of them right now. That is what I was waiting for from Mason Mount. If you remember before when I was saying that I think bringing in some competition could elevate and help, we've seen that in Conor Gallagher, and he has delivered. And right now, he is without question one of my favourite players in this whole squad. 100%. And I'm very happy to be able to come on and say that now. I got to be fair. I have absolutely loved the transformation and what Poch has done with him and what he has delivered and what he continues to deliver and his consistency and how each game now he's looking better and better and better. That is what I wanted from Conor, and he has absolutely smashed it. So Conor Gallagher, I've got nothing but good things to say about you, mate. Keep it up. That's all I can say. Keep it up and keep doing what you're doing. Top man. Top geezer. He's proven it. He's proven it. That's what I want Chelsea players to do. This is what I demand. I want Chelsea players to be able to step up and show that they've got it. And Conor's doing that. Much like Cole Palmer has just done it absolutely naturally. But Conor Gallagher has really stepped up from what looked mediocre to one of the first names on the team sheet. Without question. And he's delivering game in, game out. Can I get that from everyone else now, please? Please? And if we do that, trust me, we will be fighting for the title. We will. But we need consistency. We need consistency. That's what it means to play at Chelsea. So, Conor Gallagher, thank you very much and keep it up. Now, before we wrap up, last little thing from Barcelona. Check this out. There are certain members of the Barcelona board who are beginning to doubt Xavi. As long as Laporta has no doubts, he will stay in a job. Now, it's looking like it's going a bit left. And we saw Xavi talk a couple of days ago, and he was talking a little bit weird about, how he wasn't feeling very comfortable, and there's pressure, and this and that and the other. And I'm like, whoa, what's going on at Barca? I didn't think it was that bad, I'll be honest. But the performances are not up to par. And Barca, in some games, are looking like they're scraping through. In other games, they're making it really hard for themselves. And is Xavi going to end up getting the boot? How about Frank Lampard goes to Barcelona? Can we advocate for that? Maybe he can destroy them from the inside. Again, what goes around comes around. No, I'm kidding. But Xavi, do you think that he will last in this job? I think he'll be given some time. I think this season is no-brainer. But after that, God knows. Let's see how Barca are going to finish and if they can get any better. Let me know your thoughts down below. And I will see all of you later on for video number 2 as we get into the second half of the day and see what else is happening. But let me know your thoughts on this whole points deduction talk, Roman Abramovich, secret payments, all of that madness, Man City's profits, Man United Stadium degrading, deteriorating, as well as Conor Gallagher and also the news on Xavi. Much appreciated, and I will see all of you later on. Do not forget to catch that video and make sure that you are subscribed. If you haven't done so already, hit that notification bell to be notified once I have uploaded. On top of that, smash the like button if you've enjoyed this. Do check out the socials. Instagram, brand new, on screen. Old one is somehow still there. Please, if you do still have it, report it. And make sure you're following on Twitter. All other links are in the description. Much appreciated, and I will see all of you later on. Have a good one, people. In a bit. Take care and peace.